it's Brendle, and we are doing our March budget. We have a new camera, I'm so excited. So anyways, this is our monthly view. You may have seen it on Instagram. I already put it on there, but I did add the little check boxes. And let's dive in. And with this camera, I think I can zoom in. We'll just zoom in a little bit. So first we have our income, and we combined it, and we did increase it a little bit. Matt got a raise. So we have $5,600. We mostly just wanted to even it out for all 4 of our paychecks for the month. Next we have mortgage, and we expect that to be $1,241. It increased last month, and it should be that same one until next year. Our Tacoma minimum is $590. The phone bill is $152. Life insurance is $38. Internet is $30. Netflix we have as $10, and Hulu is $2. So our total fixed expenses is $2,063. Then for sinking funds, we are putting $1,967. And groceries, we are adding $700. Sewer and garbage is around $79. And then restaurant, we are going to have $75 in there, which brings our total variable expenses to $2,821. For savings, we have $216, and then investing, we are adding $500. So for total extras is going to be $716. So that's what our monthly budget looks like. And these stickers can be found on It's Brendle stickers on Etsy. If you want to see how I lay them all out, the February budget video kind of showed that breakdown. It was kind of a long video, so I didn't want to do it on camera again. But next we are going to look into that $1,967 that went to our sinking funds, which is on this page. So we don't know the beginning yet because February hasn't quite ended. We're going to add our budget numbers, and then at the end of the month we'll add what we actually put in, what we spent, and then our ending. So to start off, auto insurance, we didn't add anything. We have that fully funded for this year. Next we have auto maintenance, and we are adding 100. For beauty, we are adding 200. And again, this includes our basic hygiene, and I get a couple waxes done. Next we have car tabs. We are not adding anything. For clothes, we are each getting $100. For Costco, this is our membership, and it's fully funded. And so we're not going to add anything. For dogs, we are adding 100. Buddy does have a vet appointment, but it's just his basic once a year getting all of his shots. Next we have electric. We are adding 95. Entertainment, we are adding 100. Fitness and health, we are adding 50. Furniture, we are adding 200. We are wanting to get a couch. Well, we wanted to get it in January, but didn't really happen. So we're still going to save for it and try to get it in July. So we'll see. For gas, we are adding $250. Even though we haven't been spending $250 each month, we are adding a nice cushion in that category to keep it full. Next we have gifts for Christmas, and that's fully funded, so we're not adding anything. Gifts in general, we are adding 50. For home extras, we are also adding 50. For home improvement, we are adding 100. Hunting, we are adding 150. Medical, we are adding 50. Office supplies and books, we are adding 50. Outdoors, we're adding 50. Technology is gonna get 50. I still haven't bought that Kindle case, but it's on my to-do. I will. Next, we are adding 100 to vacation. We have a trip in June. I should say a big trip in June. I take like small little weekend trips to visit family and stuff, but in June, we are taking a trip for my brother's 10-year anniversary. We're going to the Oregon coast. And then for our water bill, we are adding $22 a month for that. So that brings us to a total of $1,967. Okay, so next we are going to look over our paycheck breakdown. I can zoom out. Oh, wrong way. Okay, so the paycheck breakdown shows how we're going to split out these categories that we budgeted for into our income. So we are dividing this by 4 because that's how many paychecks we'll get this month. It's how many we get every month. We are paid bi-monthly, so we just get 2 checks a month. We don't get the bonus checks when you get paid every 2 weeks. So, but that's okay. So we will look through here, which I did not add the paydays. Okay, so I am actually gonna add in the paydays. So Matt technically get paid on the last day of the month, but we use it for the first. So we'll just add that in there. And then I get paid on the 10th. So that'll be this Friday on here. And then Matt gets paid again. The second one is on the 15th. Right below this little clover. And then lastly, I get paid, my second one is on the 25th, but it looks like that's gonna be on the weekend, so we will get our check before that. So there, that's a little easier. And just to mention, these Hulu, Netflix, Tacoma, these stickers you can also get on my shop. Obviously you can't get Brenda's payday, but I do have just single payday stickers on there that you can get if you would like. Okay, so now that we have our paydays, so Matt's paycheck is first, and we have Hulu that comes out. So I will put that in that second column. And then we don't have any other bills that come out, but our car tabs for my motorcycle should be coming. So we're gonna pull out the money. It's right around like 67, so I'm gonna pull 70 just to kind of be safe. I don't know if they've gone up or anything. Next, we're gonna pull some of the gas from our sinking funds, and we're just gonna pull 100 for the first paycheck. And then for the third, we're gonna pull another 100. And again, we added 250, but we haven't been spending it all. So 100 for the first half and 100 for the second half should be good. For groceries, we're gonna pull 200 in the first paycheck, 200 in the second, and then 150 and 150. And last, or not last, next we have restaurant. We're also going to pull that in the beginning. We set it up so that we are going to have date night once a month. And actually in February, I meant March. No, March is still going to be the 4th. There's one day, it might be May, but we moved it to the second Saturday. We've been I scheduled it for the first Saturday, just kind of make it easy. But in May, we're going to be celebrating our 10-year dating anniversary, and we're going to go out to the same place that we went to for our first date. It's going to be so cute. So excited. Anyways, sorry. So since we're going to be going out on that first weekend, we're going to pull that money in the beginning. And I do all of these at the end, so I'm just going to add them over here. Okay, our variable expenses from the first paycheck is $445. And then since we haven't taken much out of here, we're actually going to pull a portion of our mortgage out. It's due at the end of the month, but it'll just be easier to kind of pull it through each paycheck. So we are taking $441 from that first paycheck. So our total fixed expenses will be $443. And then if we add up 443, 445 gives you 888. And if you subtract that out of the 1400 that we got, we will have 512 remaining. And so we will roll that over and hold it for the next pay period. So now we have 1912 for that second pay period. So again, we're going to pull a little from our mortgage, about 400. This is very similar to February's layout. It's consistent. I like consistency. Let's see. For that second pay period, we have electric and then we get Matt's payday again. But we're actually just going to pull these three just to make it easy. Because usually as soon as I get paid, we will pay these or have the money ready for it. Like Netflix is automatically pulled. Life insurance is actually also automatically pulled. Electric's not. We do pay that manually, but we still pay it online, but we have to manually go do it. So first we'll do electric, which is down here in the sinking funds. So we will pull out 130 from sinking funds. That's what it was last month. And I haven't got the bill yet to kind of get an idea, but it's been pretty cold, so I imagine it's still going to be kind of high. Next, we have life insurance, so that's 38. That will go in the second column, and then Netflix we will add here. So I think that's all. Yeah, that's all we're going to add. So we have 448 for our fixed expenses out of second pay period and 330. So if we take this 1912 minus 448 minus 330, we get 1,134. So then we will hold that over to the third pay period, and now we have 2,534, and we will take out that last chunk of our mortgage, which will be 400. And once we take that out, that's when we will process the bill pay to pay that bill off. So let's see, Matt's paycheck's the third one. We already allocated that. We have sewer and garbage on the 20th. So we will add that here. And then we have the Tacoma. So that's 590. And that is all. So we will have 990 here coming out of the third pay period. And then we will have 329. So out of this 2,534, subtract out 990 minus 329, we will have 1,215. We will hold that for the last paycheck. So now we have that last chunk for the last pay period, and we have phone, internet, and mortgage. So we already did mortgage, so we have phone and internet. So internet is 30, phone is 152, and then I will go down all of our budget to make sure that we have everything. We already allocated all of the income. The mortgage is all the way allocated. We can add these up and it will add up to $1241. The Tacoma is already there, phone is there, life insurance is there, internet, Netflix, Hulu. So then our total from fixed expenses is going to be $182. And we can add these numbers up and they will equal that $2,063. And that's another way to make sure that you've allocated all of your fixed expenses to your paychecks. Next, we have sinking funds, and these are sinking fund categories. So we will have to add up the electric, the car tabs, and the 2 gas that we already took out. So adding those together is $400, and so we'll take out $400 from this, which will be $1,567 that we will still need to put into our sinking funds. So these are done. Our groceries we've already allocated, that adds up to $700. Sewer and garbage we've taken care of. Restaurant we're good. And so if we add up these 2 variable items, it will be $1,717. And so if you take this total of these 2 added together, minus 182, minus 1717, minus these 2 extras, you will get $0, which means that it's all allocated and ready to go. And then we are going to take a look. Let's see. So that's good. And then I just kind of want to go through the weekly check-in. And on my calendar here, I put the weeks that I'm going to check in. For example, this will be week 1. So even though it's a short week, since March starts on the 1st and goes to Saturday, that is my first week. It just makes it easier for me, and then we will start Sunday to Saturday, and that will be the second week. And then just continue on. And then this last week, even though it's only 6 days, it will be week 5 for me. And the 2 categories that I usually track are groceries, restaurant, and gas, even though gas hasn't been an issue lately. But yeah, so those will still be the categories that I will track. We will write them in green. So we have gas, groceries, and restaurant. And I will record on Saturday evening or Sunday morning what we spent for the week in these categories. And I will take the totals from here. So for gas, I'll take $250, subtract what we spent, and that's what will be remaining. And then I'll take this number and I'll divide it by the remaining weeks. So there's would be 4 weeks, and I will put that number here. So it kind of gives me an average. If I'm filling up gas once a week, then I kind of know how much I'm able to fill up. Usually right now, I think I fill up every like week and a half or so. And then groceries, we try to do weekly grocery runs. The problem is we've been kind of going throughout the week, and that adds up. And so these weekly check-ins really illuminate that for us and realize that even though on our weekly trip to the grocery store we may have spent $75, but then we went 3 times to the grocery store and spent $75, we're now have spent $150. So it just definitely adds up. Same with restaurant. Checking in really lets us keep track of that. So yeah, that is what my March monthly budget looks like. I hope you liked it. If you have any comments or questions, or you just want to say hi, feel free to leave them below. Make sure you like it. Make sure you're subscribed for my next video. And thank you so much for joining, and I will see you next time. Bye!